Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today, because in exactly 8 minutes and 10 seconds, we're going to completely transform how you use artificial intelligence. We're stripping away all that crazy hype and looking at a highly structured, highly actionable workflow. It combines two absolute powerhouse tools, NotebookLM and Simi AI. If you want to stop just, playing around with AI and start actually building systems that execute, well, you are in the exact right place. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get right into the stack. Okay, let's dive into this. Most people are treating AI like a vending machine. Think about it for a second. You walk up, you put in a prompt or a question, you get an answer dispensed right back to you, and then you just move on, right? You consume that little snack of information. But nothing actually changes in your day-to-day work. The whole overarching process remains exactly the same. You're basically just pulling levers to get quick outputs.
And here's the stark reality we're all facing. We are absolutely drowning in information, but we're completely starving for action. Just picture your own digital workspace right now. I mean, you probably have PDFs piling up, a dozen YouTube tabs open, and research docs that are literally just collecting digital dust. Students have lecture recordings they never revisit. Entrepreneurs have these massive competitor analysis reports that just sit unread. Marketing teams generate insight decks that never actually turn into live campaigns. We generate, we save, and then we do absolutely nothing with it.
But what if I told you the fix for this massive roadblock isn't finding one new magic AI tool? It's actually chaining two completely different tools together in the right order. On one side, we have NotebookLM. This is an AI research notebook that is totally grounded in your own sources. And on the other side, we have Simi AI, which is an agentic workspace built specifically for automation and workflows. So today, we're going to look at how combining these two creates this incredibly seamless pipeline.
So let's break down the first half of this stack. NotebookLM, which is built by Google, is essentially an AI research lab that lives exclusively inside your materials. Not the whole internet, not hallucinated ideas, just your uploaded PDFs, Google Docs, meeting transcripts, you name it. And what it does with your sources is just staggering. It synthesizes deep research, it creates instant study guides, but the feature that literally stops people in their tracks, the audio overviews. It can turn your boring documents into a full podcast-style conversation between two AI hosts who debate your material with just eerie accuracy. And they've even added cinematic video overviews now, so you can get short video summaries of your research. Because it's grounded only in your uploads, you get high-fidelity intelligence with absolutely zero hallucinations.
Now, as incredible as NotebookLM is, it's really only the first half of the equation. Enter Simi AI by Lamina Labs. This is a totally different beast. If NotebookLM is your research engine, Simi AI is an agentic workspace. It's designed specifically to take all that beautifully structured information you just created and actually turn it into action. Think of Simi AI as your very own AI operations teammate. It takes those ideas and builds them into executable tasks, strategic roadmaps, systems, and automation pipelines. It's basically the muscle to NotebookLM's brain. So the crucial point is this. NotebookLM creates intelligence. Simi AI operationalizes it. I just want to pause for a second and let that sink in. NotebookLM creates intelligence. Simi AI operationalizes it. This is the core thesis of this entire explainer. Generating intelligence is awesome, but if you don't operationalize it, well, you're right back at the vending machine. One AI helps you think deeply, the other AI helps you move effectively. All right, Section 1, 3 real-world workflows covering entrepreneurs, students, and teachers. Let's look at exactly how these groups are applying this tool step. And this brilliantly illustrates the practical application, starting with our founders and operators. Entrepreneurs are notoriously information hungry, right? But they often struggle to act on all the data they consume. So here's the workflow to fix that. First, drop absolutely everything into NotebookLM. Competitor decks, market research PDFs, YouTube interviews with rival founders, trend reports, the whole shebang. Throw it all in and prompt it to highlight the top 3 gaps your competitors are missing. Then you immediately move that synthesized output over to Simi AI. It takes those identified market gaps and turns them into actual execution SOPs, task pipelines, and strategic roadmaps. You've literally just gone from drowning in market research to holding a step-by-step action plan. Now, for the students tuning in, using this combo is almost an unfair advantage in the best way possible. You begin by uploading your lecture PDFs, textbook chapters, and recorded lecture audio straight into NotebookLM to build a study guide, generate quiz questions, and create flashcards based strictly on what your professor actually taught.
But we all know studying once just isn't enough. So you hand that structured study content off to Simi AI, and it builds a dedicated, repeating revision schedule. It organizes your assignments by deadline and sets up a study workflow that repeats consistently week over week. So NotebookLM secures your understanding, while Simi AI ensures your consistency. And we definitely can't forget the educators. Teachers spend a heartbreaking amount of time doing things that aren't actually teaching, like formatting materials and handling admin. To fix this, teachers can first load curriculum documents, research papers, and slides into NotebookLM to generate instant lesson summaries, key discussion questions, and citation-backed classroom quizzes. And because it's grounded, students can see exactly where the answers came from. Next, they move into Simi AI to automate the workflow layer. Simi AI can organize student communications, structure the content pipeline for the entire semester, and handle all that repetitive admin stuff. Teachers finally reclaim their best hours to actually do what they love, which is teach. Okay, moving on to Section 2, System Limits and Realities, the honest truth. Let's get real here. Because while this combination of tools is incredibly powerful, it is for sure not magic. Let's look at the limitations of the first half of the stack. With NotebookLM, source quality is absolutely everything. The golden rule here is garbage in, garbage out. If you upload poorly structured documents, confusing notes, or just bad transcripts, the AI cannot magically fix your bad source material. It's just going to give you vague, unhelpful outputs. Secondly, if you're a power user managing dozens of notebooks, the organization features are still actively evolving, so it can feel a little bit unwieldy at times. Finally, NotebookLM is just not built for heavy automation. You can't trigger external workflows from inside it, which of course is exactly why we need the second tool. And that brings us to the most glaring reality of this current setup, the manual handoff. Right now, there is a bit of a friction point. You have to literally copy the brilliant insights generated in NotebookLM and manually paste them over into Simi AI to trigger your workflows. We aren't quite at the stage of a native click of a button integration between these two specific platforms just yet. That kind of native integration would be an absolute game changer, and it's definitely something to watch out for. But for now, that manual copy-paste is the bridge you have to walk across to get from research to action. So let's bring it all back to this overarching analogy. NotebookLM is your AI research lab. Simi AI is your AI operations team. If you only use NotebookLM, you have brilliant ideas that just sit on a shelf. If you only use Simi AI, you have a powerful engine but absolutely no fuel. Separately, each tool leaves you stuck halfway there. But together they cover the entire cycle from raw information to organized, executable action. The future of AI isn't one bloated app that tries to do everything. It's chaining specialized tools together in a sequence that mirrors how smart humans actually operate. So as we wrap up this explainer, I have a provocative question that I want you to seriously start thinking about right now. Where do you lose the most time in your own life? Are you getting stuck in the research phase, endlessly drowning in new information, PDFs, and videos? Or do you have all the information you need, but you're failing at the execution phase, where your good ideas just go to die? Knowing your bottleneck is the very first step to fixing it. So drop a comment in the comment box below right now. Are you stuck on research or execution? Let's discuss it. If you found value in this exactly 8-minute and 10-second explainer, please like, share, and subscribe so we can help you build more systems that actually work. Don't let the ideas from this explainer just sit on a shelf. Go build your operations team. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I will see you in the next explainer.